This is a book I wrote. It's called Noah Jurassical Mathematical. And I wrote it for an autistic boy who was crazy about dinosaurs. Chapter 1. Noah wrote on the board, "If I could travel back in time, I would like to explore the land of Jurassic. There, I would meet a T-Rex, mammoths, and lots of other magnificent species of dinosaur." The teacher smiled. "So you're a dinosaur enthusiast, Noah?" He sat upright, excited to be talking about his favourite subject. "Yes, miss. I know all the names of dinosaurs and have a collection of dinosaur cards," pulling the deck from his pocket. Little did he know, that night his dream would come true and he would meet the most magnificent and rarest of dinosaurs of all, not documented in history or existence, the Jurassical Mathematical. This dinosaur roamed the earth some 400 million years ago when the earth was born. The climate was very different then because the earth was hotter with no polar ice caps. The land was mainly tropical with desert landscapes. As Noah settled down to bed, he looked at the night sky through his bedroom window. Noticing a bright light travelling at great speed towards his house, he jumped out of bed and swish! He was lifted into the air and rolling inside what appeared to be a time portal. When he came out the other side, he was greeted by a strange-looking man wearing a metallic green suit. Smiling, he said, "There you are, Noah. We've been waiting for you." Noah was confused. What's happening? Where am I? And who are you?" "I am the scientist from the planet Jurassical." Noah scratched his head. "There is no planet Jurassical." The scientist laughed. "Not documented in Earth's history books. We came to visit the Earth when it was first created. And, my dear boy, your enthusiasm in dinosaurs has caught our interest. You are a very bright young chap, and we've chosen you to acquaint with the Jurassical Mathematical." Shocked, he asked, "What's that?" The scientist walked forward. "Follow me and you will soon see." They walked through a long tunnel and out into the open glade of land where Noah froze, speechless. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. "This is the best," he grinned, looking at the scientist. "Come this way and don't step from the path. There are lots of things here that are very dangerous." Looking out over the landscape, he could see herds of dinosaurs grazing. "Where are we?" he asked. "My dear boy, we are on the planet Jurassical." Noah was shocked. You mean I'm no longer on Earth?" He was feeling a little nervous. How am I going to get home?" The scientist chuckled. "Oh, don't worry. We have everything in hand. Time here is different to that on Earth." He continued to walk down the winding path, heading towards a giant gate. Noah stepped up his pace to keep close. "Can't you slow down a little?" He was feeling puffed out. It was so hot. Sweat dripped from his face and onto his pajamas. "We're almost there." Taking a device from his pocket and flicking a switch, suddenly the giant gate began to creak open. They walked through into a domed structure. Looking up, Noah thought, this reminds me of the Eden Project back at home. There are all kinds of tropical trees and some of the largest butterflies he had ever seen. "Wow, look at that," he said. A giant, a luminous butterfly flew over his head, missing him by inches. Noah felt his heart pounding, asking, Are they dangerous?" The scientist stopped, turning to look at him. "Nothing in here is dangerous." Noah was glad because some of the things flying over his head made him feel a little nervous. The scientist approached another door, entering a series of strange symbols facing Noah, saying, "Inside here is the only living dinosaur specimen, the Jurassical Mathematical." Noah felt excited. His tummy did little turns as he entered the indoor jungle, looking around, asking, "Where is it?" The scientist smiled. "You will see. Follow me." They walked a little further along the path when a voice spoke. "Welcome, Noah. I've been anticipating your arrival." Noah stared wide-eyed at as the dinosaur came from behind a giant tree. He was amazed. The Jurassical Mathematical was covered in numbers and strange symbols, wore large glasses, and had wings. The scientist faced Noah. "I will leave you two to get acquainted." Pressing a button on his watch, suddenly from nowhere a table appeared with one very large chair and one small one, laid out with an array of food and drink to suit both needs. Jurassical smiled. My favourite. Please be seated, Noah." Noah was open-mouthed and couldn't help staring completely. Oops, sorry, children. Dumbstruck, he managed to say, "I've studied all kinds of dinosaurs and I haven't ever come across one like you. You can talk." The scientist smiled. "I'm sure you have lots to discuss." Pressing another button, he disappeared. Looking around, Noah asked, "Where did he go?" Jurassical chuckled. "He transported to his laboratory, located deep within the mountain over there," pointing to an orange mountain in the distance. "Wow! It's like Star Trek. They can do that." Feeling a little confused. How come you can fit a mountain inside this place? I thought we were inside a room." Jurassical removed his glasses. "All is not how it appears. We are inside a vessel that is infinitely large, as if we are outside on the plains. I would liken it to a goldfish bowl, only on an infinitesimally large scale." Noah scratched his head. That explains it then. How did you learn to talk?" Jurassical smiled. "I, my dear boy, am a learned dinosaur, of course, and educated in lots and lots of languages and many subjects. I believe they refer to it as genius." Noah couldn't believe he was sat having lunch with a genius dinosaur who spoke perfect English. This was the weirdest experience. Jurassical Mathematical stood up from his chair. "Now you've finished your lunch, I would like to take you somewhere. Climb on my back and hold on tight." Noah climbed aboard the dinosaur's back. He flapped his wings. They lifted into the air and flew over trees until they reached a stream. As they came to land, the stream began to swirl and swirl until it created a vortex. Jurassical said, "Hold on, Noah. This is a little turbulent." Noah fixed his grip and lowered his body, shouting, "Ready!" Jurassical jumped into the vortex and they spun around and around until they came out in another stream. "Wow! That was like being on a spinning roller coaster," shouted Noah. Jurassical chuckled. "I wouldn't know. I haven't been on a roller coaster." Noah smoothed his hair. "What just happened?" "We travel through a time portal. I want to show you something amazing." Noah thought, what can be more amazing than you? They flew off to a cliff ledge and Noah couldn't believe his eyes. Rubbing them, he watched in amazement. Below was a concrete stadium and inside were T-Rex dinosaurs and a giant race of female warriors. They were saddling and harnessing their T-Rexes. These females looked more like Mr. Will bodybuilders with big muscles bigger than Arnold Schwarzenegger. They had gigantic swords strapped to their backs. Noah whispered in Jurassical's ear, "Who are they?" Jurassical smiled. They are the ancient Amazons, my dear boy." Noah thought for a moment. "Amazons? They're from Earth." "Indeed, young Noah."
They didn't say they were giants with gigantic muscles who rode T-Rexes like horses, staring wide-eyed. This is amazing! Jurassical Mathematical laughed out loudly when one of the giants turned, shouting something and pointing in their direction. We'd better make haste. Hold on tight. Jurassical took flight towards the Vortex stream. Noah heard something behind, shocked to see a giant riding an enormous dragon with a spear in her hand, lifting her spear in the air. Noah shouted, Jurassical! A giant is behind us! Turning his head, he caught a glimpse, quickly diving into the dense jungle below. The giant in hot pursuit. Zoom! The spear flew past, just missing them by inches. Noah felt his heart pounding, shouting, Quick, Jurassical! She's getting closer! Not to worry, boy, I will outwit her. Noah took a deep breath, holding it in as they sped through the trees, manoeuvring towards the stream. Hold on, boy. We're going to do a vertical drop into the vortex. Jurassical no-dive straight into the vortex and out through the other side. Noah checked to see if they were being followed, letting out his breath. That was close. He began to laugh. Indeed it was, my dear boy, he chuckled. And there's the giant warrior Amazon ladies on their T-Rexes. And there they are, being chased by the other giant there. Yeah, with a spear. And there they are, diving into the vortex. How come she didn't chase us through the vortex? Said Noah. Simple. The instant that the vortex is opened, it shuts and opens up the other side. Noah laughed. So if she did try to follow, she'd have no-dived into the stream. Exactly. You're a very clever boy. The thought of it made Noah chuckle. I bet she had a shock of her life. Jurassical laughed. One would assume she did. The pair laughed when suddenly the scientist appeared. I trust you had an eventful time, Noah blurted. We got chased by a giant woman flying a dragon. The scientist raised his eyebrows. Really? It's good she didn't catch you, throwing Jurassical Mathematical a look. Noah was wide-eyed. It was great fun. Jurassical was amazing. He manoeuvred through the jungle like lightning. She didn't have a chance of catching us. Jurassical smiled. Young Noah has faith in me and my abilities. The scientist pressed his device. Come, Noah. It's time to get you back home. You've had enough excitement for one day. Noah climbed from Jurasical's back. It's been fab meeting you, and thank you for taking me to see the land of the giants. Jurassical smiled. Next time, I'll take you to see the land of tomorrow. Where's that? In the future, my dear boy. Now, you must go before the time portal shuts. The scientist led Noah to a stream. Just jump in and you will be back in your bedroom. Until we meet again, Noah. It's been amazing. Thank you. See you soon. Jumping into the swirling pool, Noah emerged inside his bedroom. He got into bed feeling tired and was soon asleep. That night, he dreamt of Jurassical Mathematical and all the amazing things he'd seen. I hope you enjoyed my story. The end.